Let's take you now to the central region, and we must apologize for the poor audio connection there with Ivy Setsuji if you found it difficult to hear. Let's go to the central region. President Akufo-Addo, who is leading the NPP into the election, has been there today for a working tour. He cut sod for the construction of the Elimina Fish Landing site. The fish landing site is expected to boost the fishing industry and create more jobs for the people.
The construction of an additional administrative building, a shed for the fish market, a shed for fishing net mending, 2 cold stores and ice factories, a new slipway for bigger vessels with a boat refurbishment area, a toilet block, and a daycare center. The project will also provide beach and coastal protection works, as well as restoration of the area in front of the Elimina Castle to enhance tourism. I want to reaffirm, in response to Edina Mahin, the statement just made by the Minister for Tourism, Creative Arts and Culture, that a new policy is being worked out to enhance revenue sharing with traditional authorities of the location of our castles and forts along our coast. So Nana Kondia, you will hear from us soon, and you will also receive assistance to complete John Ajekun Kufuor's construction and of a new palace for you. A chief of your standing should not be exposed to the threats of a landlord. You should be your own landlord. Government recognizes a significant contribution in the industry to our non-traditional export market. In spite of the good strides we have been making over the years in the industry in relation to infrastructure development for fishing communities, we believe that we can do more in terms of export of processed fish and fish-related products to rake extra revenue for our country. Government continues to make deliberate efforts to make value addition a priority through policy interventions for companies. I urge the Ministries of Transport, Fisheries and Works and Housing, the contractors and consultants to work closely together to execute this project diligently and ensure it is completed on time and on budget. Once completed, I appeal to you to help ensure that a prudent maintenance culture is adopted by management in the use of the fishing port. All of us must appreciate that the deterioration of infrastructure and other assets of state are an enormous drain on our national resources, and this port should not suffer the fates of other facilities with a poor maintenance culture. The Nanum and residents of Elimina, I thank you for your continued support for the work of my government in my first term, and God willing, with 4 more for Nana and the NPP, we shall all gather here to commission this project soon.
Richard Kojonyako is our correspondent for the Central Region. Hi, Richard. Tell us, apart from the fish landing sites that the president cut the sod for, what has the president been doing so far?
Well, so this started very early in the morning, and then it was at Elimina. So the sod has already been cut. We are currently at Akufo-Addo, where the president has inspected the Akufo-Addo bridge, which is currently under construction, and he indicated that it was going to cost the state $40 million. After that, we will go to the Akufo-Addo District Hospital. That is also near completion. The president is expected to also visit the site to inspect what is going on there. He has also paid a courtesy call on the chief of Etimuka, where they had some discussions there. So from there, we'll come back to Cape Coast. And so these are some of the things that have gone on today. But back to Elimina, you heard the president saying that there is a new policy where there will be revenue sharing. And so those who have tourism sites along the coastal belt of the country would share these revenue with government. And so government indicated, and this was in response to the Omahin of Edna traditional area, Nana Kundia, on why there would be tourist attraction like the castle, like the fort, and they get absolutely nothing from the state. And so that was what happened today, or what has been happening today.
Tell us about the response, and I do see that in the pictures, that in the visuals that I'm seeing, social distancing is being observed among the chiefs, but behind the tent, there are still a few people standing in clusters. Would you confirm this with what you have observed yourself today, Richard?
Yes, that's true. I mean, there is a deliberate effort to ensure that the social distance works wherever we have gone. But those who are standing behind, I wouldn't say that they are officially not invited, but they also came to witness the event. And so that is what you see there. But wherever we have gone, there is a deliberate effort for the observance of social distance.